Hypercar Mountain.
Hi, this is Larry Hatch for Hypercar Mountain, and today's episode is the 2022 update in 164 diecast for Lamborghini Countach, the crazy Italian car that makes even Ferraris look normal. Remember the first time I saw one, seen pictures in a magazine, I was kind of shocked and disappointed and impressed at the same time. I was driving a little black Chevy S10 pickup truck, which is a small pickup truck, and I came up behind this crazy exotic car at a red light in a good neighborhood, and I saw the Lamborghini on the back, and I was like, well, at the time that could only be one thing. They didn't make a lot of things. I think that's the only thing they sold actually back then. Was a Countach. And what amazed me is the big spoiler on the back only came up to the height of the hood on my tiny little pickup. This car was like 40, 50 inches tall, maybe at the most. And it was really wide. It was way wider than my truck. And it was really low and really tiny. It wasn't the giant fighter jet that I had pictured from the magazines. It was low, and same reaction the first time I saw a Ferrari Testarossa, how small they really are in real life. But anyway, been in love with the car ever since. And today I'm going to present the 8 best diecasts in 164. And we will look at those. The first one I want to start with is the Tomeka. The Tommies come in lots of colors. This one I like because it's kind of a light medium blue with beautiful gold wheels. And there's actually a Kyosho blue and gold that looks a little bit like it. Except I think the Kyosho has perforated holes in the wheels and this does not. But it's a great looking car. I had a bunch of the other cars in, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Majorette, and they didn't make the cut today. I think the Majorette Countach is pretty nice, but again, top 10, probably not. But anyway, this Tomeka in blue and gold really struck my fancy, and I've loved it ever since. Kind of stepped up my game a little bit and got this one for about, what did I pay for this? I paid $57.92 with shipping. So that was a bit of an investment. This is a Tomeka also in their Gold Chrome series. And if you go back on eBay and other places, mostly eBay, you'll see that a lot of the Tommies do come in a Gold Chrome version. Expect to pay $50 to $100 for most of them. But I'm a sucker for chrome cars. I don't know. Ever since the Spectre Flame Hot Wheels and the Majorette Cool Chromes, I've always collected these chrome cars, and I can't really get enough of them. The Majorette Gold Chromes, I've spent way too much money on those, to be honest with you. But anyway, this car is great looking. It's got a rear engine bay that opens. It's several years old, I think about 10 years old, but you still can find them around. But the very best of the Tommies is this one. And this is their premium line known as the Vintage Neo, N-E-O. And the Vintage Neo has lots going on. It's got a rear engine cover that opens, but it's got the scissor Lamborghini doors, and they're about as scissory and Lambo-like as anything in 164 scale. And if you look compared to the cars in the background, it is kind of tiny. It does look like the real car. It's very wide and very short. And you can see all the detail on it with the lamps and the door paintings and all the accessories and vents and ducts all painted well. Quality wheel, very small wheel, front and back. But it's a great car. And again, expect to pay out of your nose for this. This was shipping was $77.11. And I wanted to get that car to kind of round out this video and my collection. And the vintage Neos are, like I say, are the super premium Tommy cars. And whenever you can find them, do try to get one. This comes in, I believe it's 2 colors. I think it's orange and yellow. But like I say, it's in scale to the real car. It's a real tiny, tiny thing. And it's got no spoiler on the back. So it even looks more different in your collection. The next 2 cars I do not have. I probably will get eventually. But people are telling me these are the 2 best Countaches ever made in 1/64. And shockingly, they're by Hot Wheels. They're from the Red Line Club RLC line. And if you can find one, someone to part with one, they're ranging from about $100 to $150. Occasionally you see one for $200. And when was the last time Hot Wheels made the best car of a particular model? It's been a while, frankly. Maybe you could say that about the BMW M2s or M3s, because those RLCs are pretty spectacular with their engine detail. But very rarely does Hot Wheels still make the best car of any model, of real car. But this is an exception. And this red one, again with the doors that go up. And if you look at it, it's got a lot of details. It's got like tan seat belts and with little black hooks on them. The wheels on this, some people don't care for. It's kind of a very plasticky gold. It's not a gold chrome. Looks nothing like the real car. I guess they look okay, but they also kind of look cheap too, to me at least. But the rest of the car is just fantastic. There's also a cool black version, which I understand in real life is more of a dark navy blue. And this is an official Hot Wheels picture. That's got a really super detailed interior in red, black, yellow, silver. Same scissor doors. But it's got even better wheels. Look at those wheels. My God. That's fantastic. I believe this blackish blue, we can call it blackish navy, is more expensive of the 2. It seems to be rarer than the red one. I don't have them yet. I'll probably get them at some point, or at least one of them. But I can't really justify $125 when I'm building my Aston Martin and Maserati collection this year. It's just going to have to wait. Of course, as usual, Kyosho makes great Lamborghini Countaches, many colors. They make them usually with a perforated 5-hole wheel like the real car. And I happen to like this green one. The green one can be very expensive, but I've also seen it at a lower price. And by the way, the Kyoshos not only come in about 8 different colors, they come with and without the rear spoiler. Some of them come with stripes, a couple come with numbers. So you could probably, I think, get about 15 or 16 different Kyoshos of the Countach. And again, those are to be recommended also. I didn't have any in time for this video, but they will be coming, I'm sure. The next car I like is the Matchbox Gold Series. And if you remember back, oh God, was it 20 years now? Matchbox made all of their models in a gold chase version. You could find them in stores. I did. I found some in stores. They were not like super rare treasure hunt cars. You could find them, and you could buy them for 2 or 3 times the regular model. They weren't super expensive. I think some of them they made 10 or 25,000. I think I saw one of them that I had that was 25,000. So there's plenty of them out there. And by the way, don't let anybody tell you that, they made only 10,000 of this, or only 25,000, or only 30,000 of this. Those are not going to be rare cars. I know these RLCs are made by the 20 or 30,000, but I'm sorry, that's not a rare car. When I get a rare car, I want it to be 99 to 1,000, frankly. I'm buying some of these resin cars and very rare Chinese cars that they make 99 per color and only a couple colors, or they make 1,000, or they make 999, or they make 300. Those things are gonna hold up, but anything in the 10,000 to 30,000 range, I'm sorry. That's. I know there's more collectors today, but don't tell me an RLC that they made 30,000 of is worth $150. I'm sorry, it can't be. So anyway, this is the Matchbox Gold version of the Countach, and of course, came with cheap wheels. Not a real rider or treasure hunt kind of deal. And I put these WRDC deep dish gold spoke wheels. The gold is a little, well, it has to be a little paler than the body because the body is about as gold as you can get. So this is basically a $15 car with $13 wheels. So that's about 28 bucks. But I think it looks pretty good. Like I say, I just wanted to put that in the collection as a custom because you can do some really nice things with wheels on these Lambos. The next car is a Matchbox World Class. Not World Class. Is it World Class? God. Yeah, World Class. They used to call them Premiers, and they had other names. Well, the Premiers often came with the premium body like this and in an unpainted car. But I guess these were mostly sold as World Class. This one came in yellow and in red, and they had rubber tires with very deluxe printing on them. And the thing that made them distinct is they had a mirror-like finish to the windows. Of course, that saved them some money because they didn't have to put an interior in them. Now, the problem with these world-class cars with these mirrored windows is that the mirroring finish doesn't always last over time. I had a good collection of these things, probably 25 different ones, all car makes and models, and I kept them in my basement storage with high humidity in the south, and guess what? All of that chrome started to go away and became black speckles and gray speckles and wiggles and blotches. It looked like someone was eating at it. There was no mold or anything, but whatever that chrome finish was does not like extremes in temperature and humidity, at least low ones, at least low temperatures and high humidities, and that's why you got to be careful. You will see some of these cars for like $10 to $20, but they often have imperfect mirrored glass. If you want a really good one like this, pay $40 to $60 nowadays. And again, look at those pictures very carefully because you'll often see these little black spots or pinpricks, or maybe on the opposite side of the car they're not showing you where that particular chrome window did not hold up very well. So be really, really careful with that, if you would please. And the very last car I want to show is one that most people don't have, and I don't have. This is one of the older Matchboxes, and you can see probably a lot of Lambo collectors don't have it. It doesn't really look like a Countach as much as it might. Certainly no spoiler, and this was not one of Matchbox's finest efforts, but it is clearly a Countach. Or some mix and match of early Lambo. There were some early Lamborghinis that weren't Countaches, but this one is considered to be a Countach model. even though the boxes of them that I've seen don't say Countach on them, that's kind of a it's just understood that that is the Countach, but not in a really great casting per se. Certainly not compared to the world class stuff they have today. And that said, some of the boxes did say Countach, some did not. So that's why they consider that to be the Countach. But like I say, it's more for the serious collector. Came in yellow too. I think it came in white as well. But it's not a great looking car. It's just that it's rare, and I've seen some of them for as low as $30. But if you want one in really good condition, I think you're gonna pay probably around 40 to 50. They have really wide wheels on them, and the engine bay does lift up. But like I say, and then we're in the super fast series, I should say. But it's not a great looking car. It's just something to round out your collection. So thanks for your time today, and leave in the comments any ideas on your collection of Countaches. Thanks.
Hypercar Mountain.